Alright, I'm just waiting for my tablet to update. There we go, we are live. Hello, folks. This is Slicer Shanks, and welcome to Flight Simulator 2020 once again. Today, we're going to be doing quite a hell of a challenge today. This is more of a flight planning challenge for me than anything else. Um, Basically, we're going to be doing a long haul flight in a Diamond 62 Twin from Van Nuys all the way out to Denver. We're going to get flight following on VATSIM, and we're going to be planning the entire flight. We're going to be doing cold start. We're going to be doing everything as we try to navigate through the different airspaces on a VFR only flights all the way out to Denver. Plan for today, we're going to pass right by Las Vegas. We'll take in some scenes here in the Grand Canyon, fly north up to Grand Junction, and then try to brave our way through the Rocky Mountains. It's going to be a challenging flight. It's also going to be a lot of fun. So I hope everyone gets settled in. It's going to be a five hour flight. Lots of time that we're going to be spending on this flight. So I'm sure we're gonna get very comfortable on this flight. I am sure. Just gonna post some links. Let's do that. And 2020. And let's post the link. I'm gonna post some more links. Go to some. What servers do I have that Okay, that should be good. All right, let's get ready. Let's get to the apron. Let's get out and pre-flight the aircraft. Let's see. Just one last quick check that we have live weather, that my aircraft is named appropriately, the weight and balance is done, we have full tanks, and we're carrying myself plus 3 passengers and some baggage up in the nose in order to balance the weight towards the middle of the aircraft. Alright, it's not lollygag, let's get to it. And this should be a good flight because the Diamond 62, the twin, shouldn't be. I don't think the interior should be that resource intensive, so we should get some good frames this stream. I was worried about the last stream I did. I think running Flight Sim Streamlabs, the flight tracker which sends updates to your iPad to ForeFlight, and also VATSIM weighed a lot on this computer. So we'll see. It might do the same thing, but I don't think this cockpit is as resource intensive as the King Air 350 is. At least that's what I'm hoping. It might not actually pan out that way, but we'll see. Of course, This would have been an easier flight to do in a 350, but we're not here for easy. We're here to challenge ourselves. And here we are at Van Nuys Airport, my home airport. Feels weird. That's interesting. I've never seen it displayed like that before. We gotta fix the fix that really quick. Flight events, start flight tracking, and let's also connect to the do 62, diamond 62. There we go. I think once I turn the airplane on. Okay, so we have LAX center. San Diego approach. LAX ATIS. We'll just get the normal ATIS from this airport, I think. So, first things first. Those are just the cross feeds. But yeah. I love how well they did this aircraft. Very, very beautiful. Let's go back. Let's see. Not doing lights yet. I've turned you on once. Come on. Let's see. That's the DIs. ECU alternators on. Oh, let's see. Avionics master. Battery master on. There we go. There's supposed to be a knob for the brightness of these screens. That was something that I wish I had on an earlier flight, but was sadly not the case. Depending on how this flight goes, turn on both engine masters. Parking brake is on. Let's start this thing. Fuel switch pump on. I love this airplane. Hello, Rocky. Oh, I thought that was my cat. Okay. Start the other one. Alright. I think... Oh, right hand fuel pumps. Let's turn both of those fuel pumps on. Can we turn them off? Yeah, they still work. Alternators. On. Those don't work. That's the... It's okay. Should have turned the strobe on as we were turning everything on. And yeah, I like having the panel lights on. Let's turn on the avionics. There immediately as we turn those on, frame drop. Or they just have the normal Garmin 1000. Actually, they've added a little bit. That they didn't add that press to continue key. That's new. Fuel quantity we have. Is that saying that the engine has 3.4 hours on it, or? Alright, if there's a need for more fuel, I have some airports lined up along the way that we can stop at. That's only in an emergency, though. Let's see. Let's get all of my comms set up. So 12755. 12755 is ATIS frequency here. Let's listen in. Two 90903. Cool. Okay, I've had enough of that, so let's dial ground. Even though we won't be using it, we'll just simulate dialing up ground. And let's go... Gosh, I think... Center... Oh, center just went down. That's a... Oh, but those two are flight service stations. Well, shit. I guess we'll just have to self-announce then, I guess. So, we'll go to Unicom. 1228. And then we're gonna self-announce our departure. Depart in the... wait, let me get ATIS once again. I need to get the wind. Windcom. Okay, wait, if it's Windcom, then why are they saying runway 34? That's not the usual runway that they... This game, I swear. Why are my oil pressures both down? Strange. Okay, well let's dial up pattern altitude on the runway 16 right pattern altitude. Let's get going. We'll turn on the taxi lights. Release the parking brake. Hold it. Which one am I going to turn? Probably going to turn left. I'm going to phase through these poor buildings around me, but... such as it is in aviation. And hard left rudder. How much power does it take for me to start rolling? It's wasteful. Really, I should be able to pick and choose which one I want to throttle up, but let me take this really quick. I've got a call here. Hello? Hi, Katie. I'm doing good, thank you. What's up? Okay. Oh, really? Okay. No. Well, we haven't even done any of the cross countries yet, so yeah. Oh, that does remind me though, if if there's any place in the schedule, if is I mean, Two Whiskey Tango is still available, right? Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And then okay. Yeah, 2 p.m. onwards. That's fine with me. Yeah. Right. I know Alex Alex also wanted me to schedule a night cross country as well. I don't know if that was already in the schedule at all, but he said any flight from like just a block, I guess, from 7 p.m. to like 11 or so at night. Yeah.
Perfect traffic moving 90 Bravo. We're talking
I
LA,
it's the next thing that we're gonna be doing. So
ILS
yeah.
8 approach. Perfect traffic.
But it sounds like probably not this coming week, but probably the week after. Saturday? Yeah, let's do Saturday then. Yeah, for sure. Hmm. Yeah, awesome. Oh, well, thank you for the call, Katie. All right, see ya. Have a good one. Bye bye. That's how you plan flights, folks. So, how's the flight school? I guess they've had one of their planes go down all of a sudden. So, there's like a bunch of people trying to just devour up spots for reservations. Anyways, we have a date to go and fly this thing. Come on. It wants to move. Oh, you know what? We're heavy. That's why. What's up with the instrumentation? That's so weird. It's like the it's like the instrumentation's like not wanting to like register anything. I find that fascinating. Okay. Van Nuys traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie taxiing to runway 16 right. That could have been better. Come on.
LA traffic, Northwest 356, southwest from the round runway 25
Is anyone up? Is it still just the flight service stations? LA went completely down. That was wild. There's my cat. Rocket Man. Alright. I'm actually gonna do a run up of these engines. Because it's just weird not to see any, like, oil pressure or oil temperature. I don't trust that at all. I should be seeing a fuel flow graph.
making right base runway 8 Burbank traffic.
Van Nuys traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie's departing runway 16 right for right downwind departure. Van Nuys traffic. Let's go. Let's just go. Turn on our landing lights. The fuel control on this thing is automatic, so we don't have to mess with it. Let's eat up as much runway as we can. The figures should be able to iron themselves out as soon as I apply full power. Okay, let's go. Actually, Van Nuys traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie, cancel departure. That's right, I don't even have a flight plan in. Missed an entire step. I'm glad I caught that. Solid flying. You just see the rust right now on my...
traffic, TBM1 Tango Bravo is turning final runway 8 Burbank traffic.
Let's continue. Come on, let's push the aircraft forward. We're wasting so much fuel too on the ground right now. Okay, flight plan time. Let's get this thing done. Can I input it over here, I think? Yeah. Okay, I have to do this by hand. Okay, so the plan is... Venice. Van Nuys, that's where we're at. Van Nuys to... Why have we locked up? Let's actually set the parking brakes. I don't have to... P...
Any traffic departing from runway 25 right at ALA?
There we go. PMD to... Yeah, this gets very pedantic when you do it by hand. To Hotel Hector.
Today traffic Copa 256 crossing rolling 25 right via Papa Terminal B.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's with the altitudes I'm putting in though? G F S, that's right. And go P G, yeah, PGS. Go, that's the location. Go to G C N. Got some long legs on this flight. And we're gonna say oh with yeah. A Wizzo to not even halfway through this plan. T TBC to
Los Angeles traffic, Toledo 9 correction, Connie 938 heavy departing 25 left, Summer 2 sky.
Kanye?
Los Angeles traffic.
Did he say Kanye? VGA, there we go. Yeah, that's right, a VOR. Where this is a flight that's just VOR to VOR pretty much. H Victor Echo then we got Juliet November Jane C, that's right. Come on. Where's JNC? This should be Grand Junction. If that doesn't work... Okay, it does work. Cool. Then we have...
Los Angeles traffic, departed 25 right, correction 25 left, climbing Summer 2, last call Los Angeles.
I think I probably intentionally make things hard on myself. We have SXW.
Burbank traffic, November 901, Tango Bravo is clear runway 8, Burbank traffic.
We have R. RLG. And then last but not least, our destination airport, which is K Bravo. Yeah, Rocky Mountain Metropolitan. Boom. There's our flight plan. So let's dial up. I think I could probably just, yeah, there we go. Synchronize the heading. We're gonna leave the altitude at pattern altitude. And that's runway heading. That's what we're gonna set initially. Let's now turn on the flight director. Heading. Let's see, I think we can also vertical speed. There we go. We'll do 700 initial vertical speed. Heading, flight. Okay. Let's make the call and be underway. Let's see. Van Nuys traffic, Diamond 1337, Charlie departing runway 16 right for the downwind departure, Van Nuys traffic. Let's go! Let us embark on our journey.
Approaching runway 16 right. Entered runway 16 right. 8,100 feet remaining.
Alright, let's just go. Full power. If we have rotation speed, I'm gonna say 70 knots. A little bit more than that. Let's say goodbye to Van Nuys Airport. Okay, once we reach the flood basin, we're cleared to turn cross. Here it is. I usually judge it by the power plant over here. No, that's like a chemical plant. Another word beam with that. Let's turn cross. Why is the plane shaking? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Let's reduce the power as we hit our traffic pattern altitude. Very sloppy. Let's increase the power. Need that transponder on within the Mode Z veil. That brings runway off in the distance. It's a little bit bumpy up here. Go up to 5,500. And yeah, let's turn on the autopilot. Boom.
Los Angeles traffic 2940, crossing runway 256 on Alpha.
Okay, is there like a switch that I missed that maybe it's not sending any? Engine masters are on. We're not using aux fuel. This is still not showing anything. That's weird. Clear the Charlie, we're clear to climb. Okay. Open up the flight plan. I shouldn't have to type this in, I should just populate it with
Los Angeles traffic 2940, departing runway 255.
okay. Now let's fly nav.
Los Angeles traffic, Washington Globo 5276, taxi runway 25 left, Los Angeles.
This plane is acting very strange on the turns and such. I will say that. Alright, is this a sustainable rate of climb? Let's bump it down to 6,000 feet per minute. That's going to be interesting to see by the time we get to the Continental Divide and the Rocky Mountains, how we are going to fare. I'm leaving the San Fernando Valley behind me.
76 departing runway 25 left, Los Angeles.
Anyone nearby still? Still nothing. Wow. I don't know why they have flight service controllers when we really need our actual controllers. Another thing I will say about this plane, I'm not really a big fan of the forward visibility out of here. It's not terrific is what I'd say. Alright folks, this is the start of the long haul flight. We're gonna be expecting probably about 7 to 8 PM local time arrival in Denver. So this is it. This is the long haul, folks. We're going to be in the hot seat all the way. It's getting a little bumpy out here. We're crossing over, that's Agua Dulce? Yeah, that's Agua Dulce, because that's its airport right there. And that's the town itself. Santa Clarita is behind me. And over on the opposite side of this mountain range is Palmdale, Lancaster area. These are the San Gabriel mountain range off to my right that kind of formed the backdrop against which Los Angeles stands. LA's way out there somewhere. There's a point of my flight, I think. No, actually, we're clear pretty much the entire way through. So let's finalize our cruise climb to our cruise altitude ultimately. Turn that mode on.
The 5 to 85 runway on, the downwind, right downwind, runway 16 right, and the approach, runway 16 right, by next stop.
Well, at least I'm not the one making the sloppiest calls anymore. So this is gonna be our first major leg. Is basically taking us from LA past Palmdale over here, which is kind of gonna be spread out to our left. That's how Palmdale is pretty much, and we're gonna be pretty much flying almost due east from here to almost reaching Las Vegas. When we hit Las Vegas, or right before we hit Las Vegas, we're gonna head further east and then fly past the Grand Canyon. Once we're past the Grand Canyon, we move north and we fly north to Grand Junction. So for now, what is that? It's a weird building on the side of a mountain. I don't think that building actually exists. You get P12. Oh, they got some of the poppy fields down there. That's a housing development right where that waterway is passing. And there are some nice mountain bike trails out there that I personally like to ride. Won't be able to see much of it because there's a airplane engine kind of in front of. Wow. There's some turbulence.
Traffic number 453 for Romeo, base final runway 16 traffic.
He's got the. You have to see Venice traffic twice. You're legally not allowed to fly. Wow. It's taking. Oh, you know what? It might be land tiles that it's loading. I don't think I've been out here before. It's gonna take us right above. What's the height of PMD? It's 5,000 feet. Very much clear of 5,000 feet. Somewhere out there is Edwards Air Force Base.
Traffic number 53 for Romeo, landing runway 16 traffic.
I hear a kid in the background. This is about the closest that we're allowed to get to Edwards Air Force Base. The restricted area kind of starts where that line and the sand is drawn. Let's actually see. I wonder if it shows you the restricted. Oh, it doesn't show you the restricted area. That's weird. Oh, you know why this might be? Because this is a mod skin for this airplane, and if they've changed anything in the interim, then there might be things that just don't work. I see now. We've hit PMD. We're making our rotation. Here, marker beacon. We turn those off. I don't know. There we go.
Santa Monica traffic, Epic 960 and Mike at UCF 216.
Hello! Sounded like a follow. Thank you so much. Can't actually see who it is. I don't have the, uh-oh. Can't be. No. Not right now. Come on. We were having such a great stream. Ah, man. My flight simulator appears to have crashed. I am aware of this. Vpilot will now exit. Wow. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Should we try that again? My gears are turning right now in my, we could probably try it, I don't know, a different, like, scenic route. We could probably start, why don't we, like, let's get a different plane. I don't know, I was using a mod plane, so that was probably what did me in. Let's try this again. Launch vPilot. That's working. Let's try that again, and instead of all that jazz, we're going to start at Grand Junction, we're going to climb up and see how that works out. It should be like a way shorter flight. There's less gas that's used. And we're still going to try and make it a challenge by kind of flying over the top of over the Rocky Mountains to get to Denver. And it should be good because it's a pretty part of the country. Do I have a Discord? I do not have a public Discord server. Do not have a public Discord server. I should probably think about getting one. I really haven't. Nothing's really happened ever since that one video of mine blew up. So, but I'm surprised you were able to find my channel. I don't really draw on that many viewers, honestly. But thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Pilotcraft. Feel free to just come here and enjoy the views. There's a lot of the VFR scenery in this sim is probably the best I've ever seen. So we're gonna be here to have some fun. This is kind of partly like flight training for me. I'm trying to get used to like talking on the comms and just used to air traffic controllerizing myself. Because it's one of my weaker points right now that I've seen in my flight training. I bet you that's Canyonlands, Green River. Where is... That's, yeah, once PMTG... Well, once everyone starts coming out with the really good aircraft... Here we go, Grand Junction. Actually, we could start... Carbon County... I don't think if we could start, like, at Salt Lake. And go here. That would be an interesting run. Yeah, I'm waiting. There's a bunch of developers that are coming out with some really awesome aircraft, and I'm excited for that stuff. So, and that's why partly like I know a lot of the reviews of I'll just park here. A lot of the reviews about Microsoft Flight Sim swimming in America. Yeah, we've got lots of lakes, plenty of places to swim over here. But a lot of the reviews do like to look at the deficiencies of the default aircraft, but like, problem is like they're default aircraft. That's just kind of how they are, right? Um, when I am looking at this simulator, I'm looking at the base. Like, what's kind of the structure, the foundation that this whole entire thing is built on? And if the foundation is good, I mean, the aircraft are gonna sim. What's you meant simming? Yeah. Um, I'm actually a student pilot. So I fly at the airport that I was just flying out of Van Nuys. That's my home airport. That's where I fly out of all the time right now. Actually, I started the stream off with a phone call actually from my flight school. They're moving around a couple of the reservations because like one of the aircraft are out of service. So I'm very familiar with the Los Angeles area where I live, and that's where I've been doing cross countries, like over LAX and all that. And but yeah, and then going east from there, I'm like kind of familiar with Las Vegas, all the way up through Utah and to Colorado. Are you gonna start learning to fly? That's awesome. That is really awesome. Yeah, when you take your discovery flight, let me tell you, you're going to have a blast. You're it's gonna blow your mind, like it did mine. Yeah, I remember my discovery flight. I remember my instructors. He just handed me the controls. He's like, "Okay, fly the airplane," and I'm like, "What? You say what?" And I couldn't believe it. And but I've been flight simming for a really long time. I probably started doing serious flight simming for like the past, I want to say like 5 years or so. But always been into aviation. Let's see, do I want to do anything with weight and balance? No, I'm gonna just leave it. I'm not gonna screw around with it. How many hours on all the sims? I don't even know. I could probably see there's hours that I have right now in Microsoft Flight Sim. I think if I remember from X-Plane 11, I want to say I have rough estimate like 300 hours or so. 300 hours in X-Plane. And I was running the Zebo 737. That's partly why I got X-Plane 11 was purely for the Zebo 737. That's an awesome. It's an awesome add-on for the for X-Plane. Oh my gosh, 1700 in X-Plane, 600 in FSX. Yeah. You'll I have my instructor is actually he was a sim pilot. Here we go. He was actually a sim pilot for a while too. Let's turn on the batteries. Let's see if everything actually works in this here airplane. Just turn the avionics on. I'll turn the transponder on. Yeah, X-Plane 11 is awesome. Okay, yeah, this one worked. The mod aircraft don't work. That's so weird. I wonder if it's like, I wonder if it's something I can maybe try to figure out or dig into the files to see why the mod aircraft, I mean, putting skins onto an aircraft shouldn't be that like putting skins onto an aircraft shouldn't change the avionics of the aircraft, right? Okay. Anyways, before I get ahead of myself, Put the fuel feeds on. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the I'm always flying, or at least trying to get some time to fly in the LA airspace. So, be my guest. Um, but yeah, hey, I'm glad you're able to stop by and enjoy a little bit of the stream. At least stick around to watch me try and not blow the plane up as I start the engines. Okay. Uh, Brakes on. That's just a force of habit for me. Okay, we started right. Let's start left. You know, I actually, well, I think the one of the first flights I did in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think I did a flight from northern France to London City. And that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. It was in this aircraft too. Uh, yeah, the only thing like what happens is when I'm online like really late at night and I want to do like oh yeah, let's turn the alternators on. Computer heat off. I know. When it's late at night, like usually, and I want to do like live weather and live timing, it's usually Asia, and that's really lit up at that time at that part of the world, and then like mornings just starting to break at like over the Mediterranean. Yeah, yeah, you're right. There's just lots of fields in between cities in the UK. That's a definite apt description of at least what I've seen flying over flying over Great Britain. And you gotta have some nice features out there. I mean, there's the northern part. You get up to Scotland or flying over Wales. Got some nice features out there. Yeah, time zones. I mean, maybe I really should just I don't know challenge myself and just bite the bullet and actually do night flights because I think my next cross country is gonna be we're combining it because I have to do a 100-mile cross country, and in real life I have to do a 100-mile cross country, and I also have to do a night cross country, but I can fulfill both of those if I fly 100 miles at night. So Scotland is nice. I really would love to visit that part of the world someday. I think like over 10 years ago, I got to go with my family to Norway, and I absolutely fell in love with the place. Never wanted to leave. So if I ever had the chance again, flight plan, yeah, that's what I wanted. If it come over and do VFR VATSIM in UK, it's like a different language. And that's that. Yeah, you're right, and that's kind of what scares me too about going over there is that like for example, I get all my plates and everything from ForeFlight, so like for me, it's like I kind of feel naked without it. Not having all my frequencies, and if I'm going to be doing IFR stuff, and they're going to be expecting me to have the plates for everything. I don't have my Jepson charts. I don't have but yeah, I have like the basic ForeFlight subscription and what's it for ForeFlight right here in the States. So I get everything in the States. I get the nice charts for the States. I'm trying to do something here. Okay. GJT. That's where we're at. KG. There we go. Grand Junction to. So I should be able to kind of work this in reverse. Grand Junction. Okay, now to Real. I'm on my iPad right now, so I can't see the messages at the moment. I'm going to be spending the next 10 minutes just programming everything in. And then I gotta connect back into the, let me zoom in, I can barely see anything. Yep, real, BOR. Plane to fly, I train out of a Cirrus SR20. I know that's usually, I get a lot of jaws dropping whenever I say that. And yeah, the rental prices aren't fantastic. But it looks like they kind of pay off when when I go through my IFR training. Because I do want to do this for a living. I'm thinking about getting my commercial. Probably at the minimum, like my instructor, my CFI. I mean, we'll see kind of where the winds take me, but basically the flight school has a simulator for the SR20, so you can swap out flight hours for sim hours for the instrument rating, which makes everything much more cheaper. And I think if I was just getting my private pilot's license, I would have gone with a cheaper aircraft, but it's it's kind of the long game that's got me to go with just a little bit more of an expensive aircraft for now. RLG, come on. And then the, what's it called, the Rocky, whatever. K B yeah, Rocky Mountain Metropolitan. Boom, there's my flight plan. You're ready to go. Cessna 152. That plane just screams fun. It's the C-152. It's a small plane. I'm not gonna lie, it's a small plane. It's kind of cramped in there, but oh, you're gonna have so much fun in that thing. That is kite physics right there, and it's slower, but that thing puts out so much lift. It's a very lifty airplane, and you'll feel it when you do turns and such. Albuquerque Center. I don't think I fall under the jurisdiction of Albuquerque Center all the way down there. So I am at an altitude of 4,700. Yeah, cheers. It's I don't even know what the takeoff speed of that thing. I think it's like 40 knots or something like that. Something very wild. Kind of reminds me. I have a friend who, older gentleman. He flies. Get this. He flies a Piper Archer out of Los Angeles, and he doesn't have any advanced instruments in that thing. There's no GPS, no nothing. And he's taking that thing from Los Angeles all the way down to Central America. It's wild. I don't even know. And it's like he only just got ForeFlight on his phone. It's absolutely nuts. Like, I don't understand how you can do that. To fly with paper charts. It's just going from airport to airport to airport through Mexico and all the way down to Central America. It's insane. But definitely, like, I live close enough to the border where I think I'd have a lot of fun just being able to pick an airport in Mexico and just fly there with my passport and just have some fun. That's definitely something. Once I have to climb really, really high to clear those mountains off in the distance. Am I looking east? Yeah. So those mountains all get bigger more east you go. They climb up to like 12,000 feet in altitude. That's the Rocky Mountain peaks. That's tough. And will he find his way back? Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Pilotcraft. You have a great evening. All right. Thank you for coming by. All right. Transponder is on. CDI. Probably take off in this direction, but first let's find out what our frequencies are over here. So ATIS is 11855. Dial that in. Oh, it's a cold day. High pressure. Elevation, and yeah, our elevation's within 75 feet. Cool. There's no controllers out here, so we're going to turn to Unicom, which is 122.8. This is the common frequency. So if none of the VATSIM controllers are online, pretty much everyone just talks on Unicom frequency to each other, pretty much. You can think of it as like a guard frequency. It's like a backup frequency in case no one's home, pretty much. Let's get rid of you. I've had enough of this guy. So they said the wind's coming down this runway pretty much. So all we have to do is just taxi down the length of this, and we'll be ready to take off in the other direction. Awesome stuff. Make sure that I'm not missing anything. No fuel pumps needed, nothing. Alright. Let's get going. Needs the parking brake. Let's announce on Unicom. And what runway am I using? Runway 11. Okay. Grand Junction traffic, Diamond 1337, Charlie's taxiing to runway 11. Wrong frequency. Transferred at the wrong frequency. Grand Junction traffic, Diamond 1337, Charlie's taxiing to runway 11. This thing should be easier to get rolling. I think. I hope. There we go. And we didn't sever any ground crew today. Awesome. I count that as a win in my book. Okay. Continue taxiing in this direction. I saw, I went on a road trip from Colorado to California. And I remember we stopped in Grand Junction to, take a bathroom break and eat and all that. And I remember hearing, and I looked and saw a F-18 doing a very noisy departure out of this airport. It was some really cool stuff. And I was like, what's he doing here? And what is this wind? What the windsock is glitching out. So if you want to know the way to read windsocks, you want to fly into the droopy end of the windsock. So it looks like it's indicating kind of 5 or below 5 knots at the moment. What I'd really like, okay, something I've noticed, because the windsock is like one of the most important pieces of information you'll need when you're landing at an airport, right? And lots of times when I'm landing at an airport that I've never been to before, or that I haven't established comms with yet, what I'll do is I'll try looking
Approaching
for
runway
the.
11.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, Betty. I'll try looking for the windsock, but the windsock doesn't render beyond a certain distance. So I may be like 2-3 miles away. Maybe that's a little bit of distance, but I should be able to see, a white and orange windsock at least somewhere and get kind of an idea of, what the wind's doing. But it doesn't render at that distance, I don't think, in this in the sim. So these cliffs are called the Book Cliffs. They are very, very weird looking in real life. I had to look it up when we were passing through on our way home to California. But yeah, they're called the Book Cliffs. Go ahead and look them up on Google Images. They're very cool looking features. So we're going to turn on our landing lights, and then we're going to announce the traffic that we are departing. Let's altitude, flight director. Let's also that's roughly runway heading, right? Fourth, and we're gonna dial it up all the way. 9,500. Vertical speed. Let's get 700 feet a minute initial. And then we're gonna say heading. So we'll have to turn. That's pretty much a left crosswind departure, pretty much. Grand Junction traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie, departing runway 11 for left crosswind departure, Grand Junction traffic. Wow. I'm just eating my words today. Oh, position lights, we need strobe lights, that's what we need. Well, the displays actually give me better performance in this airplane than they do in the mod aircraft, so I have no idea what's up with that. Got a little bit of clouds. They said few clouds at certain altitudes. When they give you those numbers for clouds, they don't give it to you in MSL. They're saying AGL. So when you listen to ATIS, I should probably shut up and concentrate on what I'm doing. Let's go. Okay, we're looking for a rotation speed of about 70 knots. Gently back on the stick. Positive rate. Gear up. Let's not fly into the tower. Let's keep runway heading. I don't think airliners fly into Grand Junction, thank you very much. And the funny thing about Grand Junction, it's literally like just a small, well, I've never really seen a small town because I live in a major city pretty much, but let's turn left cross and continue onwards onto our destination. So, not the grand trip that I wanted to do today, sadly, unfortunately, but definitely something I want to do. I want to be able to just stream a big old flight. I think the problem might be the mod that I was using. We have to really clear these cliffs, oh my gosh. I know I need altitude. Yeah, the features out here just get they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Can't believe someone from England knows my videos. It's insane. I have been wanting to put together a video of this real life incident that happened on the radios not too long ago while I was doing a flight lesson. Kind of wanted to do it in like a vast aviation style video because I saved the recording from that incident not too long ago. Okay, and we're clear of these cliffs. A little bit of work, these could look excellent. Okay, I'm gonna say nav now. Flight director's on. Let's engage the autopilot. Let's enjoy the scenery. Yeah, and this airplane has more power than the other. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with those other airplanes. Someone messed up. They done goofed. Yeah, this airplane has way more power than the other two airplanes. What is up with that? Could I have waited? I could have probably waited till I was over here to start my turn. What is the general altitude? 8,000. Got some big peaks ahead of us. I think next time we'll just have to stick with this aircraft. I'm gonna have to figure out what was wrong with the other planes that was causing crashes and such, because that shouldn't have been happening. But I think it should be easy. I should be able to copy, I don't know, some lines of code. Here, we can climb quicker than this. Let's do 1,300 feet. There's that turbulence that the briefing was talking about. We'll have to keep our eyes on these clouds up here, because this is technically a VFR flight. I still haven't heard anything on Unicom, so let's check. Yeah, it's just Albuquerque Center up here. We might be obscured by the terrain off to our east. This is east. What's this great big mound? What's the, ooh, that is 11,000 feet ahead of me. I don't think I want to deal with that. Let's center the heading bug. I think if I turn, yeah, 030 degrees, we can get around this annoying little feature. Well, it's not little, but it's there. Look at that, we are humming along. I should be able to get true airspeed 186 knots. Look at that. Ground speed 186. We are steaming along. Yeah, this is a really great aircraft, this Diamond. I really like this plane. It's got range, it's got lots and lots of speed. I'm gonna wait until I think what I can do is that arrow points right? It points towards the point. I just took an FAA test on this already. I think I would know better. And here is my biggest pet peeve. Like, there are so many features that like just make life so easy that are like already. Let's see it. No, I don't want any of these. Activate wake. No, what I want is I just want to be able to select that, say direct, and just have it go there. So yeah, the systems modeling isn't terrific, to be honest. It leaves very much to be desired. That's already present and sensible in, current airplanes. But yeah, direct. So I think now we'll be clear of that of those features. So if we roll this way, and I'm going to keep a handle on exactly what the airplane is doing. Yeah, we should skirt by those. I'm pretty sure this line shows me, it's kind of like a line of intersection which shows me basically everything on this side of the line is your airplane is going to hit that. Everything on the opposite side is you're clear. So right here, all these peaks and ridges are right about at where our aircraft is at. So I'm kind of hoping that my airplane starts turning to the left sometime soon. Because I prefer not to fly into any mountains today. And also for the oxygen requirements, I don't really want to poke my head above 10,000 feet any more than I, really want to. And just like that, you see these features ahead of us are not below that white line. Now, I'm probably talking out of my ass at this point. I mean, but just visually looking at it, I can definitely tell we're going to clear at least this ridge right here because our aircraft is going this way. And just by looking at what that white line is doing, what that white line is telling me, it's kind of telling me what I'm figuring it's telling me. So Ugh. Look at that terrain ahead of us. Ugh, horrifying. Horrible. I was reading somewhere that basically if you follow the interstates, so that looks like a freeway right there. If you think about it, the interstates basically follow kind of the almost the point of lowest, interaction with the. I'm using words that don't exist or don't make sense, but basically, they don't really build roads higher than they need to be. So, you know, putting it at the bottom of the valley is the cheapest thing to do. So, following a big major road like that is a great way to ensure that you avoid terrain. And as you can see, the highway is right next to a river already. So rivers, highways are great ways for us to be able to kind of thread the needle in between major terrain like we see now. Look at those peaks way off in the distance, just giving us the middle finger. The 30-minute oxygen requirement I think starts at 12,500 feet. Going up to 11,000 feet, that's my personal minimum. Like, that is only if I really had to in an unpressurized aircraft would I ever go up to like 11,000. 10,000 I would still be saying no. So this is one of the challenges of flying. It's making decisions based on information, based on what's available to you, based on what your aircraft is capable of, based on what you are capable of as a pilot, and holding yourself accountable and responsible for those decisions that you make based on all those conditions that I just came up with. And that's really one of the biggest things about aviation is learning what your limits are. As I am going through my training, I'm finding more and more that there will be a time where I'm up against, this is the most that I can do. I can't do any more than that, As I continue through my training, as I learn and grow as a pilot, as I put more hours in, I'm going to grow in my abilities, and what I'm capable of is going to change, which changes the equation of, flying pretty much. So I've come up with a plan on how to navigate one of the more difficult pieces of terrain here. We're now putting this plan into action. Usually, plans don't really go according to plan. But this is kind of an experiment to see if I can cope with changing situations, which in this case is going to be most likely terrain. We're getting some turbulence here. What I think this is probably going to be tumbling turbulence coming from off the mountains ahead of us. Basically what's happening is air is coming from the other side, on the Denver side, on the Colorado side of these mountains, is flowing up, and when it goes over, it creates these eddies and these swirling pockets of turbulence behind the mountains when the air passes over them. And that can pick up your aircraft and really toss it around. So we got to be careful as we're flying through these. Microsoft Flight Simulator, I will tell you, has modeled this behavior very, very well. And all the times I've gone up and gotten caught behind mountains, they did a really good job with that stuff. So we're going to see if we run into any problems. Why isn't the flight plan continuing? Come on. I have to do it over here. It's not continuing. Fetch. Come on. Okay, S X. GPS autopilot altitude 9,500. Okay. Once again, we're kind of following this corridor. There are going to be peaks to my right and to my left. One peak on my right at 9,480 feet. Peak. Another peak to my left, 11,000 feet. I might have to take control. Basically, it looks like we're following this river valley right here. There's going to be a point where it splits off. But it's going to be tight. Actually, you know what? Let's center the CDI. We're going to fly this by heading. I do not give two shakes. I will fly this. That was a text. Caden traffic. Beginning descent 22 nautical miles east southeast. Idle. Flight level 38. Descending to 19er by idle. So that sounds like traffic coming into Denver International. Look at this though. We don't have a lot of options should I have an engine failure. Looking at the engine page. It looked to be good, but that coolant temperature doesn't give me a lot of confidence. And let's zoom in the map just to make sure that we're on the right page. We're on the page that's showing me where all the corridors of death are. And then I think for the next leg, we'll probably not. Yeah, there we are. It's starting to get more turbulence as we fly through the Rockies. Might have to go up to 10,000 feet. That's a possibility. Okay, I could go either right or left, but there is a mountain around, where did I put it? Eagle County. It's to the northeast of Eagle County. There's just a big old mountain right next to it that we have to maneuver around. We can't fly over Eagle County Airport. Bummer. The scenery's picturesque, but it's dangerous. Why don't we get, a smart thing to do would be to get ATIS. Let's get the ATIS, make sure that our altimeter is the correct setting. Altimeter 3005. How's my fuel state? It's moved a little bit. Dang. Regis having his New York approach OTS exam right now! Fun. Lots of fun. Wow, look at these rock faces. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Okay, I think once we start passing this, yeah, this is the rotation point right here. Wow, it's starting to get really nasty over here. Okay, so let's start turning towards the airport. I need more. I think there's that hill at mountain hill, 9,480 feet. You see how it comes right up to the wingtips. Not a lot of room for error up here. Now pivot to the right. I think that's probably the peak behind the airport at 11,000 feet. So we can go either to the left or we can go around the right. I think I'm planning on staying north because it's a shorter route and it's a little bit more direct to where we want to go, which is beyond that at RLJ. Okay, it's a flight path. Flight path. Is it agreeing with me? The moment it does not appear so. I think I could probably start turning now towards the point, but other than that, did it do anything? Huh. Okay, where's that? It's coming off on my left right now, so let's turn. It's almost gonna be north. Let's go into heading mode. It's great. I'm getting a lot of good performance today. I mean, I guess at least in this aircraft, running both this and that sim in the ForeFlight app and streaming at the same time. This is pretty great. I made the right choice when getting my rig. Can we see the airport out there? Yeah, that's the airport. That's the mountain. Why don't we climb? Let's give ourselves 500 feet and just go up to 10,000 feet. Should be no problem getting there. We have plenty of speed. Getting up to this altitude would give me much more peace of mind as we're trying to navigate through these difficult sections. We have some points up here where we're just gonna have to bite our lips and climb up in altitude. Might have to get up to 12,500. Okay, well, my flight plan is not really cooperating with me today. That's okay, screw the electronics, the avionics, I should say. Continue to follow natural features. It's called R L RLG. Oh, look at that! That's just a nice little meadow on top of this mountain. Put a pin in this place. In case of engine failure. You never know. Once we cross RLG, we do have to start a climb up. There's no way around it. I have a time reference function, I do. Can we make it the rest of the way? I think we can. I think we're good. So let's direct enter. And let's fly nav. What is my ground speed now? 189, gosh. We are bustling along. Close to these features over here. There's more places to go. Should we have an emergency? We're gonna hit this point soon. This is Kremling VOR. Passing right by this mountain to my left. Nice little trail below me.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Caution TFR ahead, and yeah, there you have a couple of firefighting TFRs in this area because I guess there's some wildfires. Do not think we'll be interacting with any of those. Let's check and see if we can make sure that we have the airport in sight. So this 9,408, we're clear. Yeah, we're clear of this mountain range up ahead of us. But it looks like past these mountains right here, there's an airport out there. So we'll just put a pin in that place, just in case. Look at that pass. Look at that. You just carve the road into the side of the mountain. That's the only way to get through. It's dangerous. So peek off my right. Yes, indeed, we're flying right over it. Lots of terrain around me. I'd have to turn around pretty much at this point if I wanted to find any safe places to land. It's all behind me at the moment. Or there's this place right here. Someone lives here. Fascinating. Okay, we're about hitting the VORs probably. Yeah, that's the VOR. Cheating by sticking my head out. And then the airport is somewhere out here. I don't exactly know where it is. Ah, fuck it. Oh, there we go. Yes. Wait, so if I go into direct and say clear, oh, that's the dumbest thing ever. That is so dumb. Ah, I just could have been flying the route this whole time. Wow. That is real dumb. I mean, I'm probably dumb. I'd bet money on myself being dumb, but it's also the system's just supposed to automatically get you to the next point. I mean, that's how most of them work. Let's start bringing up the ATIS, I think, for this airport in front of me. I'm about to head into.
Caution, TFR ahead.
Let's see. ATIS 2625. Let's dial it in. While I have time. 126. 25. $50. Information Golf. Awesome. Okay, here's what we'll do. Let's climb now to 11,000 feet. And it looks like, yeah, these features just continue to grow the farther along we fly. And that's pretty tough, for us at least. I'm at a peak on my right, on my left at, I think you're at like 10,000 something. Getting to this altitude will, I wouldn't use the word comfortably, because that's not right. Let's listen to that ATIS again. I want to know what. Three 3011. Okay. Oh boy. Starts putting my aircraft down. From the mountain waves again. I'm sure we'll be experiencing a lot of that as we finally cross the Rocky Mountains. This range right here seems to be the last one, and I was seeing 12. Gosh.
500.
Oh fuck. 500 feet AGL. Should have never let that happen. Yep, we're getting pushed around, that's for sure. A nice little lake over there. Yeah, 12. Okay. Let's start, we'll go up to 13. Start climbing. Nobody has columns up here. Yeah, look at that. All of these peaks are 12 and above. It's nice that they give you the reference speeds. Not all of them, they really should, but... Okay, we got 12. Am I gonna make this? It's a question I have. It's a question we're gonna have answered by the end of this flight. $30. That's technically how much oxygen we have. Okay, already I can see I have better options if I go either left through there or we just increase. Why don't we just increase the so all will be over soon. Almost got this. And then the airport's gonna be pretty much right below us. Starting to lose frames as we enter the Denver metropolitan area. Got IFR pretty quick, huh? Okay, we'll be able to clear this range now. That is impressive. Impressively big, I must say.
Destination ATIS is 126.25.
Yep, we got the ATIS. Okay, we've made it. We can continue at this altitude. I have lots of time still. Peaks ahead of me are like 8,000 now. Let's drop down to, let's step down to like 11,000 first. Do 1,000 feet a minute. Once we pass back the 12.5, I'll be able to stop that watch. We're only up in there for like 3 minutes. That is good. That is very, very good. There we go. A lot of clouds today. It said 2.6, no, 2.10, temperature 6. Really, that means it's complete fog over there right now, so we might have to shoot an approach, ask for an IFR clearance, but if that happens, we have the approaches and procedures loaded in here, so got some chunky clouds up here. Those tops probably are 10,000 or 8,000. We need to stay 1,000 of cloud tops. Those are regulations. And with an airport at 5,000, what is it? 5,006. We need to drop down to pattern altitude 6,006. Low fuel. I'm aware of that. Rocky Mountain traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie, inbound from the west, 10 miles, with information Golf, full stop. Alright. Let's... Let's find a place where we can shoot down through these clouds. Because... this is not ideal. We're 10 miles from the airport. We need to get down to... what? $6,600, right? Dropping quick. Let's go to heading mode. I see the... oh, that's the airport right there. Let's... disconnect. I want to drop the power all the way down. Rocky Mountain traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie, right downwind for runway 12 right. It's a big for me. Try not to do that in the future. It's weird the way the weather's working out here. Rocky Mountain traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie, switching to runway 12 left, on final for runway 12 left. Okay, what speed can I deploy flaps? We can deploy it now, yeah. $119 for full landing flaps. I'm aware that's what I'm trying to do. Frame rate has dropped significantly.
1 mile final runway 12 left.
There we go.
500.
Okay, we're sinking.
Short final runway 12 left.
Flow. keep the stick back. Keep the stick back and put it off my speed. And have the taxi pass those hold bars before we can declare clear of the runway. That's gonna happen right here, looks like. Rocky Mountain traffic, Diamond 1337, Charlie, clear the runway. Alright, see where we're at. Looks like we took either Alpha 5 or Alpha 3. And I want to see where, so there's a runway, yeah. If there's a runway right in front of me, we're on Alpha 3. Rocky Mountain traffic, Diamond 1337 Charlie, clear of runway 12 left at Alpha 5, taxi to the ramp.
Approaching runway 03.
Ah, the sign is right in the middle of the taxiway. Why is that there? Disgusting. Okay, is there a place? Is there a slot for us? Looks like there's one right in between these two aircraft over here. I'll take that. Okay, let's set the parking brake. Flaps are up. Turn off the pitot heat. I'm aware of that. I know the fuel is low. So we'll, what do we do? I think I'll just throw these down to cut off, right? There we go. Now we can turn this off, turn the alternators off, and then left to right, correct? Yeah. There we go, folks. Landed in Denver metropolitan area at Rocky Mountain. We started off not from Van Nuys as we intended today, but from Grand Junction, which is kind of in the last third of this big old flight that I had planned. I probably wasn't going to last 5 hours sitting here anyways, but this kind of makes up for that inappropriate crash earlier on. But if you've, I'm probably going to end the stream right there while I'm on the high. If you've joined me at any point at this stream today, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this content, you'd like to see more, please give me that follow button if you feel generous. I appreciate a subscription as well. And until next time, see you in the skies.